because of COVID, none of us were at those Green Bay practices, right? Green Bay knows he can't play. Green Bay knows the answer. They're the only ones that know the answer. They want to make this thing work. They don't want to trade Aaron Rodgers. They've seen 150 practices. You don't think they don't know if he can play or not? Every stinking athlete that comes on this show is like, dude, 2 practices, guy can make throws or he can't. They got 150 practices, and they're like, I don't know, it could go either way. I don't buy it. I think Green Bay knows Jordan Love can't play, and they whiffed. And if that's the case, okay. Everybody makes mistakes in the NFL. The key has always been own it, pivot, and fix it. The Cleveland Browns, to their credit, hired Freddie Kitchens. Oh, crap. This doesn't work. Boom, out, Stefanski. They fixed it. They didn't try to, hey, Freddie Kitchens just needs time. No, Freddie Kitchens needs time to come down to the GM's office and get fired. They fired him. Stefanski's a home run. Arizona, Josh Rosen, doesn't work. Boom. Kyler Murray. Think they regret it? By the way, Green Bay rolled the dice. We're going to draft a guy from Utah State who had a marijuana issue. Oh, yeah, 2 of his 3 years, he wasn't very good. They rolled the dice. They whiffed. It's okay. The Rams signed Jared Goff to a massive contract. Huge deal. 2 years later, we screwed up. Let's go get Matt Stafford. Belichick, not this draft, the previous draft, drafted 2 tight ends, 10 picks apart from each other. This draft, this free agent period, 9 months later, yeah, I'm going to go get 2 tight ends. I missed on those guys. Carolina, Teddy Bridgewater. They paid him $31 million. He played 15 games. Carolina's like, yeah, you're not good enough. Let's go get Sam Darnold. The key in this league, everybody makes mistakes. The key is own it, pivot, and get the crap right. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Kyler Murray, just go get the better guy. Kevin Stefanski, get rid of Freddie Kitchens. Everybody makes mistakes. The Murdochs own this company. Some businesses work, some don't. It's just the way it goes. If you're a frenetic and aggressive business person, entrepreneurial, you're going to make some moves that don't work. You can't be afraid. You think business people are afraid of failing? Dana White, UFC. You know, he puts cards up. Sometimes fights are duds. Hopefully more are great. You can find the best baseball scouts. A lot of them missed on Jeter. All right, go get the next guy. But 100 practices with Jordan Love. Would Green Bay be so desperate if they thought the dude can play? Just go trade him. Let him play. You're not paying him anything for years. I mean, to me, this situation more and more, Green Bay clearly doesn't want to move him. We know that. You can read every story. Nobody's saying they do. And now, from an Aaron Rodgers side, James Jones, you're getting it's fixable. So go fix it. Go get Julio Jones. He's on the market. Restructure Aaron Rodgers' contract so you get some cap space. And cut Jordan Love or trade him for a 7th-round pick. That's what New England did with Garoppolo. Tom Brady didn't like it. All right, let's fix the problem. Get a 2nd-round pick, move on, make Tom happy. By the way, Green Bay rolled the dice. They thought Aaron was declining. Oops, he's not. New England thought Tom was declining. Won the Super Bowl against Atlanta. Oops, he's not. Did you watch the games last year? Oops, he's not again. So just own your mistakes. It's no big deal. Nobody's going to eat you. It's just, I whiffed on that one. But I think social media freaks everybody out. Oh, my God, I don't want to post this. Everybody will attack me. I get attacked all day on social media. Checks don't bounce. It's fine. Come to work every day. We have fun. Crazy. Just nutty. So Aaron's friends are saying it's fixable. That tells me we're moving, we're inching closer to maybe getting back together again. One of our smartest guests, T.J. Hushmanzada. Take me inside the Packer locker room. Tell me what the truth is. I think they know Jordan Love can't play. I really do. I'm also in the minority. I think you could trade Aaron in the season. I'm in the minority there, but Miami, after about 7 starts at Tua, our defense and special teams are Super Bowl level. We ain't getting past Buffalo with this quarterback. I think they'd make a move in season. By the way, I think the Giants, Daniel Jones, 7-8 starts. It's not working. He's a turnover machine. I think you could trade him in midseason. I really do. I mean, by the way, that would also give Jordan Love an entire preseason and 7 or 8 more starts to watch Aaron Rodgers. Now, I'm in the minority. Nobody thinks that's possible. But I think Miami's a classic example. I thought they had a great draft that Miami looks up 7 games in, which is around the trading deadline, and goes, okay, we can't, we're great everywhere. We just can't, we're not good enough at quarterback if Tua's throwing for 160 yards a game. Same with Daniel Jones. Those rosters with Aaron Rodgers are in a Super Bowl bubble. And I think the Giants roster is that good. I think Miami's.
David Dunn and athletes first. And so when Carson did this, what was it, 11 years ago, Carson dug his feet in the ground and said, this is it. You guys made multiple promises to me. You didn't keep them. I am not playing for the Bengals anymore. And I'm sure it was very uncomfortable for him. But he had to be uncomfortable to get comfortable, so to speak. And he went to the Raiders and things were solid. But when he got to the Arizona Cardinals, he started to play really well, had the type of seasons year in and year out that he should have been having with Cincinnati. And so that's what confused me. If Aaron Rodgers is kind of backing off of this, his agent, athletes first, and David Dunn, they've been through this before.
If you, so you think Aaron should dig his feet in?
Oh, yeah. Steadfast. If you feel this way, and obviously he does because it's gotten this far, you have to dig your heels in. Now, let me say this. I'll put a disclaimer out there. I've never had this happen to me, Colin, but some men and some women that are watching this show, they're going to relate to this. The only way they can fix this is this. You know how you get some men, they're dumb, and they do some dumb things to their wives or significant others, and they have to kiss up, and they go get her a nice gift because they've done something wrong.
Right.
The Packers, they can fix this. Make Aaron Rodgers the highest paid player in the NFL. If you really want him back and you really want him as your quarterback, hey, Aaron Rodgers, we're going to make you the highest paid player in the league. Other than that, we can't work.
So, you know Carson very well. I don't know if Aaron is a little like Kevin Durant. I don't know if he has the stomach to be a villain. And there's going to be a lot of people that are going to say he dates an actress, he's Jeopardy, he's not committed like Brady, he's a diva, he's California cool. There are going to be people in the Midwest that say that. I'm not sure Aaron has the stomach for that over the next 3 or 4 months. Did Carson struggle? You know, because there were people that say, oh, Carson, we committed to you. You don't commit to us. Did he struggle with that?
No. Ultimately, fans are fans. As long as he's playing for the Green Bay Packers, they're going to love him. As soon as he leaves to another team, they're not going to care about Aaron Rodgers no more. And then as time goes by, they will realize his greatness and they will once again love him. You have to do what's best for you. Because you look at the Green Bay Packers, what are they doing? They're doing what's best for the Green Bay Packers. Matt LaFleur is going to do what's best for the Green Bay Packers and himself. They're going to do what's best for that organization. Aaron Rodgers is his own organization. He has to do what's best for him. And whatever negative feedback that comes with it, it comes with it. So what? Water off a duck's back.
I said this. You have been able to come on our show and say, hey, I watched Justin Herbert practice. He's going to be a star. That's just a practice. That's just throwing around in Irvine with you. And I keep thinking to myself, Green Bay has had 100 practices with Jordan Love. They either know he can play or he can't. You can't. I mean, I'm sorry. I have a hard time believing that staff is still, maybe he's good, maybe he's not. Is it possible that Green Bay is freaking out because they've seen Jordan Love and they maybe know they made a mistake and he's not the guy?
I wouldn't say they're freaking out, Colin. I look at it this way. Aaron Rodgers was the best quarterback in the league last year. He's the MVP for a reason. And so when he has the type of season that he has, I don't care how good Jordan Love looks. I do not want to get rid of the best quarterback in the league. And so Jordan Love may or may not be the goods. But the year that Aaron Rodgers just had, even if he was the goods, you want to run it back one more time. And that's just common sense. I believe Green Bay, if they think Jordan Love can be their next quarterback, you still want to run it back one more time with Aaron Rodgers because of the type of year he had last year.
You know what? Let's shift to San Francisco. So one of the reasons I didn't buy into Mac Jones going to the Niners is you can't fool the players. And my takeaway was Jimmy Garoppolo is a thick, good-looking, pretty athletic, move-around guy. And Mac Jones, I've seen all the pictures. You know, he's 6'2", doesn't have a huge arm, not very athletic, doesn't look good with his shirt off, smoking a cigar. And my takeaway was players were going to sniff this out in about 3 or 4 practices, maybe 5 going. So that he'd be the least athletic guy on that team by a mile. This is why I said if you get Justin Fields or Trey Lance, the latter's what they did, at least players would go, okay, he not ready, but he's 6'4", 220, and he's running around making Fred Warner miss, at practice. And so when they went and got him, I do think some of that weighed in on San Francisco, that you cannot fool the players, and that if you got Mac Jones, a lot of those guys are like, come on, bro, you can't tell me we're getting rid of Jimmy G. Take me to kind of being in the league, because I do think Trey Lance, whether he works or not, is a much easier sell to the players that if you say 8 games in next year, we're trading Jimmy G,